Hey, I'm some liberalist. So, are liberalists going to make you bake a cake for gay weddings? Nope. That's actually not what the video is about. See, Braving Ruin asked the bake the cake question in the comment sections of one of Sargon's video. He got a flippant answer in response, which I'm not surprised. I don't think Sargon likes him all that much, and he doesn't really have a reason to be polite with him either. Now, I don't know if Braving just isn't that good at picking up on social cues or was being disingenuous, but he screenshotted the comment and started tweeting it out as 100% for serious that liberalists are going to force you to bake gay cakes in the liberalist totalitarian state. Naturally, this caused a bit of a hubbub and led to a Warski Live to discuss the topic. Representing the liberalist point of view was one of the founding fathers of Liberalists, V, and the academic agent, who did a very nice Bake the Cake video about positive and negative rights, link below. Other guests were Greg Johnson, a white nationalist, and Todd Lewis, a Christian traditionalist, and the only person who could make V's voice sound good in comparison. So guys, are liberalists going to make you bake gay cakes?
It comes down to exactly the nature of the request. So if this baker does not usually, for example, provide a service where he writes pro-gay messages on top of a cake, then essentially the gay couple are trying to force him they are trying to compel him to do something against his will, and they have no right to do that. So in that case, I'd rule in favor of the baker. Like, he shouldn't be made to write pro-gay messages on a cake. However, if the gay couple just want to like buy a muffin, which is just like sitting on the shelf, then the way I argued it through was they have a freedom from discrimination. So the baker in that case should just sell them. It's not interfering with anybody's negative liberty for the baker to just sell him that muffin that's sitting on the shelf. So that's the way I reason it through. There's a little bit of nuance in there.
So forcing someone to bake a cake and write something on it, not only does it violate his liberty because he is forced to do something he doesn't want, it also violates the freedom of creativity. Because he is now creating something, like he is writing something that he disagrees with. And then you can basically go to a gay wedding and say, yeah, look, this bakery, which is a Christian bakery, is in favor of gay marriage. And that's absolutely disgusting and shouldn't exist in a free society.
So, nope. Glad that's settled. No. Still not what this video is about, because the stream takes a wild turn and shows just how important liberty is.
So give me a choice that an individual makes that you don't think it should be up to them.
Well, for instance, I think certain sexual preferences shouldn't be up to individual choice.
So what would happen with the gay person?
There's a lot. Well, let's put it this way. In the United States, sodomy was outlawed in all 50 states, and nobody was too upset about it. Society worked pretty fine. No totalitarian coon squads, just America as usual, apple pie.
So gay people should go to jail.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's a danger to society.
Okay, but when they come out of jail, if they're still gay, what happens?
Well, how did America deal with it before? This has already been dealt with.
Yeah, but I'm asking you now. Like, what would happen if a gay person is sent to jail?
Yeah.
And then they come back and they're still gay.
The point is this: don't ask, don't tell. That works for a long time.
And from that point on, Todd and Greg took turns being moral busybodies, giving their hot takes on how much fun they want to outlaw.
So Todd, you believe gay people should be in jail? Is that what I'm listening to?
What I'm saying is that the good towards which man's goals are directed should not be thwarted or hindered by people that act in ways that are contrary to that good.
So yes, we should arrest gay people. Is that what you're saying?
Well, that's not the only way to deal with these issues.
All the evidence indicates that the prohibition movement and prohibition laws in the United States worked extremely well at attaining the goals that they wanted to attain, namely lowering the amount of overwhelming, horrible abuse of alcohol.
And
If you make wrong decisions and lose your freedom by becoming a drug addict or a gambling addict or whatever, and somebody forces you to stop and nudges you with a gun at your back, if need be, back on the path to self-actualization, that is actually making you freer.
I don't think most people don't want to live in a society where the government's like, no, you can't have a beer or a joint. I know better than you. Like that's, or like, don't gamble. You know, I'm 30 years old. I'm a big boy. I could choose to get fucking hammered one night and be a fucking asshole to people, or I could choose to gamble my shit away. That's what the idea of being free in society is supposed to be. Because then, like JF was saying, what if someone in government, you know, they start with banning weed, banning alcohol, banning whatever, and then one day they're like, okay, we're gonna ban porn, and then everyone's just like, no, like I want to fucking jerk off the porn, you know, like it's that slippery slope when someone who thinks they know better will start banning things that
I would ban porn
drinking
tomorrow.
alcohol is
I
not
would
healthy.
ban porn tomorrow. I
You
would
ban
ban
my
porn
hentai,
completely.
You fucking animal.
I would ban
No,
porn
no,
tomorrow.
no. The stream is going wild. He
Yeah.
said he was gonna ban porn.
Yeah. I would ban porn tomorrow.
Don't remove the porn, sir. Don't
Yeah.
remove the porn.
Would you ban video games as well?
That's just an irrelevant question. Back to the point.
I'm asking, why aren't you forcing me to go to the gym and eat chicken salad as opposed to McDonald's on the same basis that you're banning my porn? It's exactly the same thing. It's just a different vice. And I want to know, why aren't you doing that to me? Maybe Greg would. I mean,
I would. I actually wrote an essay called "How About Fascist Medicine?" And I do think that a paternalistic state should encourage people to eat well and have healthy habits.
You shut
And
down
then-
McDonald's? You shut down McDonald's?
I would make corn syrup more expensive than caviar. I would tax that stuff to the point where no one would ever want
How is this
to
not
use it.
So that's being gay is illegal, drugs is illegal, smoking's illegal, drinking's illegal, gambling's illegal, porn is illegal, not exercising is illegal, sugary drinks are illegal, and probably video games too. In other words, no fun allowed.
I have this idea that the root of all evil is exactly what you are talking about. Basically, people on a moral crusade trying to force other people into doing what they want. That is the heart of evil. What you are arguing for right now, Greg, is basically the root. I mean, it's tyranny.
This is what
No,
the
no,
Communist
no,
Party
I guess
wants to do in
what you're
my
really
country.
saying is that Stalin is no worse than Greg Johnson, and that's an absurd position to
Yes,
take.
no, I am absolutely saying that as a person who lived in a communist society. That is literally the communist argument. This is the best way to live. This is the morality, you know, we are going to advocate. It's for the greater good. So you are all going to be like good little ants in the ant hive, and you're going to do what you're told. No deviation, no nothing. The only difference is that you disagree with the system from, I guess, what it was trying to achieve. But the oppression, the fundamental taken away of rights, and the fact that you as a person just cease to exist and you're just the collective, yeah, you seem to be in favor of that, mate.
You're a utopian dictator, essentially, and that's what all of these different dictatorships. It doesn't matter if it's Mao, Stalin, or Ayatollah Khomeini. They're all the same. It's just you've got this vision of utopia, which is never going to be real, and you want to oppress everybody else to try to achieve it, and that is the heart of evil.
You know, there's this episode of My Little Pony where the main cast ends up in a town where the villain is trying to create her perfect utopia. She does this by basically enslaving and brainwashing all the villagers. Lots of people just think of communism when they see it, but really all forms of collectivism end up like that. Some moral busybody controlling every aspect of your life for your own good, to keep you safe. The song's right. You can't have a nightmare if you never dream. To me, that isn't a fair trade. The things you give up are far more precious than the little security you receive. But what do I know? I'm just some liberalist.
Because like banning all porn, first of all, that's going to be impossible. Secondly, the riots that would happen.
I could just imagine these people going out there Would they be so shameless?
I'd be number
riot
one
for porn.
Oh, I'd be number one. No Antifa mask or anything. But
Okay.
I would also be there.
I have to pound.
So we'll have Andy on front of the people marching the streets for porn.